Hello. In day 11, we are going to learn the commands like stack wall, annotate, lesson creation, scheduled and quantities, and then views. Stack wall is nothing but where we can stack two or three types of the walls and make it one wall. Example, at the bottom portion we can provide one type of wall. At the particular above height we can provide the another type of the wall. So as shown in the figure, you can combine two or three types of the walls and then make it one wall. Stack is nothing but we are going to stack the number of walls to make it one wall. Let's learn these things now in the repeat. So you can have a look. This is how we created the stack wall. For the particular height we have given one type of the wall, and above that we apply the brick wall with a different thickness. Just click over that and here we have a stack wall. To make a stack wall, I am in the plinth level, or you can go to the any particular level and then click on the wall and wall architectural. Just below the basic wall and curtain wall, we have a by default stack wall. You can customize however you want. For that, I am clicking on the by default wall and then you can go to the edit type. Click on the duplicate and then give the name, that is your stack wall. Yes, wall, whatever the name you want to give, you can give it and click on the edit option. So here we have by default two walls. Even if you want to add two more layers or walls, you can click on the insert option and then if you don't want, you can delete it. And then the sample height, for example, I am going to prepare the 10 feet wall, that is the total height. Out of that particular height, that is 5 feet, 6 feet, whatever it may be, the bottom second layer is your bottom layer and I am giving it as a 3 feet or 4 feet, and then variable is nothing but out of 10 feet minus 3 feet and remaining 7 feet will be your variable wall. So here we have 1 and 2 type of wall. In order to change the brick material or wall material, so here you can select the wall which one you want to stack it. So we have brick, and then if you want to go and then you can make it masonry wall or concrete wall, whatever it may be. For bottom I am going to apply the masonry or concrete, and for the above layer I am going to apply the 9-inch wall. Like this way, before going to stack the number of walls, you should be ready with the walls which one you want to stack it. By using the basic wall, you prepare this walls and then only you will get the options to add it in the stack wall. Click on the OK option and then draw however you want. You can go with a different shape and then you can draw it. Come out from the command by pressing cancel and then go to the 3D. So just have a look how you can use your stack wall with a different thickness and with the different material. So like this way, in order to create the retaining wall and any other type of the wall, normally we use this stack wall. Next will be annotate. Annotate is nothing but, as the name indicate, in order to give the detailing. Once you done the complete project, we have to give the detailing, because without detail model is not having any meaning. What is the length, width, angle and the other stuffs. For that I am going to click on the annotate option in the menu bar. Once you click, you will get the number of options to give the detailing. So here I am going to give the detailing for the plinth level. Before going to that, either you can give the detailing in that floor level only, or else you can take a copy of it. For the color fill I had taken the copy. For the annotate also I just take a copy. Right click on the plinth level and click on the duplicate view and then say duplicate. We get a copy of it. You can rename it however you want. Rename it as a 01 plinth level detail and hit on OK. So next, in order to show the length and width option, normally we use the align option. Either the wall is inclined way or straight way, use the aligned option. Before that, here we have the wall faces. If I select the wall faces from this line to this line, so you can give the dimension like this, as like a CAD. We just show the dimensions of the each part like this. Or else you can go with the center line option. In order to show the dimensions from the center line, then you can go with the center line method like this. So next we have the pick option as an individual reference. So if you want to pick the first and second, you can go with the individual reference, or else you can click on the entire walls, click the entire wall in a single click, and then you can give the detailing. While giving the detailing, you should be in the same alignment like this. Even for the aligned wall also you can give the dimension by clicking the wall, click on align entire wall or individual wall. So you can give the dimensions like this, between distance like this. Next one will be linear. In order to check the linear dimension, you can check it like this. Angular means to check the angle between two walls, you can use the angle. You can switch the arrow however you want. The next will be radial. When the wall is in circular, then we use the radial option, arc or circle like this. Go to the annotate, radial option, take the radius and then show it. Even you can show the diameter by using the diameter option. You can show the arc length by using the arc length option. Next is spot elevation. Spot elevation means you just take the spot elevation command and then you have to click on any spot. Before that, in the elevation, I want to show the spot elevation. You can go to the elevation and then take that spot elevation option. Just pick it. So here you are getting the particular height what you have. Though this is 21 feet 6 inch, 11 feet 6 inch, and this is 16 feet, and this is 8 feet. Like that way, to get the any information or to get the any information of the spot, then you can give the spot elevation. Next will be spot coordinate. So you just click on the particular point to get the coordinate from the northeast direction. So you just click and then pick it. Next will be spot slope. We have a slope for the roof. To get the spot elevation, again I go to the elevation here. To get the slope of this, I am going to click on the spot slope option and then you can click it and show the detailing about the slope. Next will be detail line. Detail line is used to give any detail part dimensions either in the plan view or in the elevation view that we can see in the table creation. Next will be region. In order to highlight or in order to specify the particular portion of your project with the help of hatch, normally we use this filled region. Just assume that this is a special portion and this special portion detailing I want to show separately. I want to highlight this. For that I am going to use this filled region option. Take that, depending on the shape, you can take the line or rectangle whatever it may be and then just draw it to highlight it. So once you finish, so that portion will be highlighted with the help of the hatch. Even you can click and then edit it, and with the help of arrow mark you can expand and minimize the area to highlight. Next is component. This component we can see in the lesson creation. Revision clouds means in the companies, in order to show this portion needs a revision or this portion needs a review, higher engineers can use this revision cloud option to suggest it for the employees who are working under them. I am going to use this revision cloud to mark it. This indicates this part of the work has to be reviewed. Then you just take it and according to the shape you just mark it and then finish. It doesn't mean this portion of the project has to be reviewed or has to be edited like that way. Even if you want to edit the sketch, you can edit it by using the edit sketch option. Next is insulin. As you already know, the insulin is nothing but we can use this to show the thermal resistance, cool resistance material. In the special cases, in order to show this wall is made up of a heat or cool resistance material, we have to show the insulin. For that you go to the insulin and then you just add the insulin part to your selected wall. Next, by using the text option, I am going to annotate that separately. So this is a special wall as compared to the other walls. For that, you can use the text or leader command. So you can add the text in the spot itself, or else you can take the one line segment option, and then you can say this wall about 9" or thermal resistance wall, like that, or cool resistance wall, like that. So like this way you can name it. Even to name the rooms, we use this text option. Take a text option. We already learned this thing in the color fill option. So I want to delete this revision cloud, and then I will show the name, and also I delete this mask. Take a text option and give the naming to your room, that is your living room, kitchen room, whatever it may be, depending on the requirement. In the cap, I am going to type the name, and in order to edit this text, you just select that text and you go to the edit type. Here in the properties, we have 3.5 mm thickness and 5 mm thickness. Go to the edit type to make the advanced editing of that font size, text size. In order to make it, you have a bold option, and then apply it and okay. So like this way you can use the text command to give the naming. Next will be our tag by category. As like AutoCAD, we have to give the naming for the windows and doors. For that, I am going to use the tag by category. Take that tag by category, and then for the windows, I am tagging it as a 22, 22. I am getting the same name number for the windows because of the same dimensions. Here for the door, we have the 2 number, 3 number means which indicate the different dimensions of the doors. 1 like that. Automatically the software will give the different namings to your families. Next, if I don't go with the numbers, for this window what I had given the name, that is W2. In order to give the same name, I am just clicking on the 22 number and editing it as a W2 and click outside. At the same time, I get the same name for this window, that will be your W2. This is, before that you confirm what you have renamed. You can rename it. If you don't, then you can give as a D1, D2, D3 or W3 like that. This tagging should be same as that of your CAD files, and this is also W3 or W4 if we have a different dimension. This is our main door. For that I am typing it as a MD. This is your sub door. For that I am giving it as a D. Like this way you can tag by using the tag category option. Next, the remaining annotate portion, we use it in the structure mode. Next is legend creation. To get the legend option, you can go to the project browser. Just below the area, we have the legend option separately. Legend component allows users to provide the more information of the selected component. For example, you can say if you want to give detailed information of your doors and windows, whatever you have used for your project, normally we use this legend option. For that, just right click on the legend option and you have to say new legend. After that, you can give the name for which part of the component you are going to give the detailing. I can say doors and windows here. Door, you can go with one by one or else you can combine it. Now I am going with the doors or windows, window legend. Scale, I just say custom, and scale value is I keep 1:100 because my model is in 1:100. Even you can go with 1:50 also, or 100 or 200, whatever it may be. Click on OK. So when you hit on OK, you will get a simple white area or working space, you can say, where you can give the detail part of your component by using the legend component option. Legend component. But before that, I just want to draw one table. This is nothing but I am going to create the scheduled and opening. For that, you go to the annotate option, and here we have a detail line. To get that, you can go with the DL option also. And then I just create a table here. And then take the line command. This is the serial name of the component, front view of the component, or dimensions of the component, back view of the component. Like this way, you just go on creating the table format however you want. Next, by using the text command, I just give the name, that is serial number, and then name of the component, and then dimension of the component, and how it look in the plan view, and then front view. I create one more table for the elevation. By using the detail line, I just extend this table. Even you can copy this text and then paste it here. Like this way, you can just arrange the text format properly within the column. And if you want to edit that text format, you can select and go to the property and then you can edit it. Next, by using the text, I am giving the serial name, that is 1, 2 and then 3. So you should know the number of windows and doors whatever you placed in your project. After that name, even you should know the naming. While placing the doors and windows, we renamed it. We already learned that how to rename it and how to use it. That is W1, W2 you can say, like that way. Next, I want to show the dimensions of the W1, but before that I want to place the component. For that, in the annotate option, we have the component. Click over that component option and here we have a legend component. As I already told you, legend component means in order to show the detailed parts of your families or components, whatever you used in your project, we can use this legend component. So here we have a family option. In that you go and then select the families or search it for the families whatever you used in your project. So if you are going for the doors, here you have a doors with the name. We already renamed it while placing, and then just scroll down to get the windows detailing, and ventilator, that is W4 like that. I just take a W2 and W2 dimensions you can give, and then here we have a floor plan. Place it, change the view into front, place it, change the view into back and then place it. So once you're done, even you can rename this according to the view. This is the back view or front view. Like this way. Even you can keep this text exactly in the middle of the column by using the arrow mark. Next, you can keep this into realistic. And then the dimension, I know the W2 is about. You can go to the floor plan and then check the dimensions of the W2. That is 4 feet by 3 feet. Come to the legend creation in the window. Use the text command and then that is about 4 feet by 3 feet. By using the annotate option, you can check the dimensions of the W2. This is about 4 feet and then 3 feet. You have to rename. Once again check the dimensions. Because this is also a W2. Exactly you can make the height is 4 feet and width is 3 feet. Again come to the legend creation and then you can change it according to the requirement. Like this way for the doors, windows, not only for the doors and windows, even you can go with any component. By using the legend component option, you can create the detail of the any component. Next we have is the scheduled and quantities. Once you complete the project, in order to get the detailing about your doors and windows, in order to get the number of doors and windows, so we use this scheduled and quantity. Before that I just delete this unwanted portion, whatever I have. delete this. Scheduled and quantity. To find out the scheduled and quantity, you go to the view option, and then here we have a scheduled and scheduled quantities. So once you click over that, here we have to select the category, and before that you should be keep your model in architectural mode and then come down. So here we have to select the category, for which category I want to find out the quantities, door scheduled, and then say OK. Once you're done, you have to select the available fields, like in that table what factors you are going to show, like cost, add it, count, add it, which family if you want to know, add it, next height, add this, in which level which doors are there, add it, and width option, add it. Even you can add the other things whatever you want. Next you arrange it in a proper way, which one you want to keep it first, by using this up and down option. I am doing the same now. Width, next will be count, and then final is cost. Simply say OK. Once you say OK, you will get an automatic table, that is your door schedule. In this project I used this type of the doors. In the plinth level itself we have the number of doors and what is the width of that and how many doors of we have. And if I put the cost, by using the scheduled and rate book, what is the market rate for that particular type of the window, depending on the material, width and height, we normally put this the cost. Say example I say 8,000 and click to the next row. This change will be applied to all the elements of the type. Say OK. So it copied to the other families, and then for the next family you can keep 9,000 and say OK, and for the next family you can keep 10,000, say OK, and 11,000, say OK. So like this way you can just put the cost for the each families whatever you have by referring the scheduled and rate book. Okay. In order to find out the total of this cost, you can go to the properties option. Here we have the fields. Fields means what are the fields we already selected. If you want to edit it again, then you can click on the edit option and you can add the other fields whatever you want and close it. Next will be filter and sorting and grouping. In the sorting and grouping I have to say grand total because I want to show the grand total. And then next in the formatting option, what factor you want to calculate total, that is our cost. Here we have a no calculation. In that I have to keep calculate totals to get the total price. Simply click on the OK option to get the total cost. Like this way, for each family we can create the scheduled and then quantity by using the scheduled and quantity option which you got in the project browser. Project browser is a list where you can get all the information of your project, like how many floors we have, how many ceiling plans we have, and 3D view, and we have the elevations, and then we have the sections. All the stuff you will get in the project browser, which is nothing but building information modeling. Complete information you get in the Revit. Next is 3D views or views. In order to create the view, make sure you are in the particular floor level, that is plinth level or any other level depending on the requirement. Next you click on the view option. Just below the 3D view, here we have a camera. First we have to place the camera in such a way that which angle we are going to cover or which view we are going to take. Then place the camera and then move the mouse to the target, and then you will get the view like this. Once you get, then you just expand this to cover the area of the project properly. And even you can develop the site by placing a footpath, road and trees and all the stuff. Convert this into realistic. Like this way you can be ready with the views before going to render. So this is the 3D view 1. You can rename that and then say that is your right view or left view and OK. Again you continue the same process in order to take the other view. Place the camera and then cover it and expand this render region or camera region and convert this into realistic. Same way, I'm just placing the camera inside the room to get the interior view of the room. Before that, you should be ready with the interior furnitures. Then I'm just placing the camera here. Make sure you are not overlapping the camera target over the wall, and then just place it. Always take a view in such a way that you should get a perspective view of your home, and then cover this area. While doing the interior view, you place the ceiling and then light and place the furniture also. Like this way you can take the interior view. That is how we work with the 3D view by using the camera option. In the next video we are going to learn the other commands.